Hey everybody, Grandmaster Ben Feingold here with another recap from round 3. This is the game Liren versus Richárd Rapport. It was a Grunfeld, first Grunfeld of the tournament. Maybe not the last, although maybe. And they played the old main line, and they quickly reached this position, which we've seen hundreds of times in Grandmaster play. And this position, black can play bishop d7, bishop g4, queen c7, or b6. All those moves have been played before. And he played b6. Liren played rook c1. And the players got to like an equalish kind of position here. Takes, queen here, rook d1. And this position, the engine wants to play knight a5 with unleashing an attack on the e pawn on e4. Instead, he played queen b4, which is also okay. Queen d3, e6, and now Ding put it in h4. And in this position, the engine thinks white is slightly better. White has this nice center, and it wants black to play some move like h5. But instead, he played rook d8, which the engine really hates. And rook d8 was a long think. And I think he had in mind, after bishop g5 attacking the rook doesn't really have a great square to go to. He sacrificed the exchange, always sacrificed the exchange. That was his idea when he played rook d8. He didn't think very long about knight takes d4. And, well, fortunately for Rapport, the engine doesn't like this exchange sacrifice. h5, bishop e5. In this position, white played a4, which the engine really likes and says that white's doing great. Now black blundered according to the all-knowing engine with king g7. King f1 was played, which is an excellent move. The idea is knight takes knight isn't check, so the knight is seriously pinned after king f1. And after knight e2, Ding missed a forced win, which, well, I don't blame him too much, but after king f1, I think he should find it. He didn't take the rook here, and the forced win is the difficult to see queen g5, threatening the bishop on e5 with check, and also threatening h6 check with a back rank check over here. The king is trapped. And this is just simply winning for white. There's no defense here. The engine's giving white +6. h6 check and rook d8 is too strong. Queen takes e5 check is too strong. And we're going to lose the knight anyway on c1. And I guess both players missed queen g5 because it's sort of obvious to just take back the knight on c1. But then black is fine after something like queen takes e4. So a big miss for white. Instead, Ding took on e2. White's still doing quite well. Takes, a6, bishop a6, bishop a6. And in this position, he made another mistake. He played rook e1. Should play queen e2. And the engine thinks that white has excellent winning chances here. Instead, after rook e1, queen d4, black's pretty well coordinated defending this pawn. He's dominating the center. His king's pretty safe. And white's up in exchange for a pawn. But how's white supposed to get a passed pawn or try to win? Queen e2, bishop f6. Notice the queen is really nicely placed on d4. Whereas if he had played queen e2, there is no queen d4. d4 is protected. So the queen has to go to a worse square. And then white's doing well with queen e3, threatening the pawn and h6 check. So a big miss for Ding, and now the game just petered out to a draw. H takes g is the last mistake of the game. Still winning chances for white by just not taking on g6. But trading here leaves white with just no winning chances. There's no way for white to ever get a passed pawn or attack the black king, and black's queen is just too strong on d4. Queen d2 exclaimed. Check. Bishop d4 threatening mate. The best move by far. And there's just nothing for white to do here. Black is threatening checkmate. e5. And the bishop is just too strong here. So the game could end many ways. In some kind of perpetual check with queen h1. But instead he just took this. And they got to this dead drawn position and repeated. Always repeat. And this is move 40. So the players were allowed to agree to a draw without repeating, but obviously the position's a draw. So that's the game. Ding, Liren, Richárd Rapport. Ding was winning. And Richárd Rapport's had 3 positions that could have been decisive one way or the other, and somehow still has 3 draws. And Ding, pretty upset, I'm sure, that he didn't win this game. He played really brilliantly, got a nice winning position, and then couldn't win. This is Grandmaster Ben Feingold with another recap from round 3. I hope you enjoyed the recaps here on YouTube, and you can watch live at twitch.tv/GM Benjamin Feingold. Bye, everyone.